Greetings everyone, this is your Trainmaster, Christopher Kovacs, back again with a new video. Recently, I went to Discovery Place Science in Charlotte, North Carolina to catch the IMAX film Train Time. This video will essentially be my unscripted, unfiltered thoughts on the film and whether or not it's worth a watch. Don't be surprised if you see a model railroad challenge pop up throughout the video too. Firstly, for those who don't know, Train Time is a 45-minute IMAX film produced by Canadian filmmaker Stephen Lowe, the acclaimed director of Rocky Mountain Express. Train Time is essentially the American equivalent of Rocky Mountain Express, as it tells the American Railroad story while we follow a BNSF freight train on a journey from Chicago to the West Coast and back. For those who love steam, don't worry. Southern Pacific Daylight 4449, perhaps my all-time favorite steam locomotive, makes several appearances throughout the film. The camera work of Lowe and his team is absolutely commendable. There are several great angles on both steam and diesel locomotives, as well as helicopter and roadside pacing shots with 4449 through the Columbia River Gorge. While taking time to explore the wonderful technology behind steam and diesel locomotives and how the modern freight railroad system works, Train Time also delves into the people behind railroading. The engineers, conductors, yard managers, and all the important staff that help make a freight railroad run. On the whole, I enjoyed Train Time and I highly recommend it to anybody, whether a rail fan or casual viewer. However, there is one negative that detracts from the film. This was something that was brought up to me in the post leading up to this video by a user called the Railroad Guy 470. To briefly summarize, Train Time, while a good film, is mostly a big public relations piece for Burlington Northern Santa Fe. Not to say that there's anything wrong with PR films, but I had to remind myself as to when this film was made. Train Time was filmed between 2015 and 2019, the heady days of pre-pandemic Class 1 railroading. It was a time when management and labor weren't at each other's throats every single day. And indeed, when you listen to Stephen Lowe, the director, talk to Nick Ozerak of the Roundhouse podcast, he mentions that every employee, whether they be in management or just a common engineer, conductor, or yard employee, they enjoyed their time working with BNSF. So it's quite a whiplash to see people actually enjoying their job and then hearing all the horror stories about BNSF's points-based attendance system and how essentially crap has hit the wall after the pandemic. But I'm not here to get into the politics of how much Class 1 railroading has changed. You'll see it happening throughout the industry, and if you read publications like Railway Age, you'll see things like this pop up from time to time. But regardless, Train Time is still an enjoyable watch. If you want to find out where the film is playing, and if you want to submit it up for request at your local science center, please direct them to traintimefilm.com. Or you can go to the Stephen Lowe Company's website at www.stephenlowe.com. I will include both links in the credits and in the video description. With my thoughts on Train Time over, you may notice the bright and colorful engines and rolling stock running around the HO scale layout of the Associated Model Railroads of Columbia. All of these models are from my personal collection, and they are my submission to the latest online model railroading challenge, the dagryffyn hobby Color Car Run. The concept of the Color Car Run is very simple. Try to find any colorful piece of rolling stock you have. Colorful engines are also welcome, and try to make as colorful of a train as you can. Running around on the upper loop are two Norfolk Southern Heritage units, the Lackawanna and Pennsylvania engines, with an array of freight cars in various colors. On the lower level, I interchanged between Southern 4501 pulling a colorful passenger train and Nickel Plate Road 759 pulling a colorful reefer block. If you would like to take part in this challenge, please upload the video of your colorful consist of choice and include the hashtag seen in the lower left corner of the screen. Hashtag DAGColorCarRun. After this final run by of 2 of my colorful consists, that concludes my thoughts on Train Time and my submission to the dagryffyn Color Car Run Challenge. Until next time, this is Christopher Kovacs. Thank you all for watching, and remember to keep on steaming.
This one was a mail car that was full of bags.
Yeah. What's the number on that?
Huh?
What's the number on that?
That was the red one you had.